Second down. Fitzpatrick. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over with his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers. And they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That second down play nets a -4. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Throwing is Hurts.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. Running with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A carry for Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 34.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him, because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Fitzpatrick.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to...
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They go play action with Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters this week?
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Now a second down and 6.
Fitzpatrick now. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 39. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Pollard to return from the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10.
Hurts throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Hurts.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. Oh, some strong running. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
they'll go. It's Gibson.
He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On first down, Hurts.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Returnable here from the 38. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On second down, Elliott. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away.
Hurts fumbles it, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Chase Young.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And Fitzpatrick's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Got him in. It's Brown powering his way forward. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On first down, it's Gibson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Fitzpatrick to throw it.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And Fitzpatrick's throw there complete to Sims.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
That's it, baby. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. To throw, Fitzpatrick. That one caught by Gibson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal.
try to run with Gibson.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll sneak it with Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The sneak successful from a yard out. And now Washington a PAT away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Hurts swinging this out for Pollard.
Just a gain of a couple there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Pollard.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here's Pollard again. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You've got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Pollard. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the 31, Fitzpatrick. And that's complete to Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cowboys, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.